Welcome back to Little Chef's Online Dynasty with the subscribers. We're in the off season and in the recruiting part of it, so we're going to take a peek at that really quick. So it's safe to show the recruits that I have now. Here's the other ones that were blacked out before. So I got this guy here. I'm not going to go break down the recruits like I usually do. I'll wait to see which ones that I get. One thing that I do want to point out is I might run a little bit of test, a little bit of a test, like this guy here, Ratliff. Okay, so if I don't put any points on him, but I'm the only person that's offered him a scholarship, do I get him because there's no option for the computer or users to give scholarships at this point? So does that mean that I automatically get this guy? And then there's this guy and like this one here. This athlete, Randolph. So I'm the only person that's offered him a scholarship. Florida really hadn't even been putting points on him all year. So I'm wondering, you know, if I can save points on those two people because I'm the only person that's offered him a scholarship. And so I'm probably not going to put any points on them and then put points on, you know, somebody else. So I'm going to put the points on real quick and then I'll kind of talk to you about why I did what I did. Okay, I have my points divvied up the way I want them to, and here's the thought process behind it. I'm gonna run an experiment on him now between Ratliff and Randolph because I'm the only school that's offered a scholarship with him, and I'm ahead of everybody. There's no users there, so I'm gonna run this little experiment on these two guys because, like I said, I'm the only person that's offered him a scholarship, and since I don't even know if the mechanics work like that. Or if maybe since I don't put any points on them, they want to try to go walk on somewhere. You know, I don't know. I was talking to Chef a little bit about it, you know, between the two little segments. And he's like, you know, I've never even thought of that before. I don't think I have either until now. But it's going to be interesting to see how this works since I'm the only school that's offered him a scholarship. I might get both of them. I might get neither one of them. I don't know. Now, as far as these guys here, why I didn't put any points on these guys, besides that they're really not all that great anyway, but with the team that I have, some of these players are useful. I didn't put any on him because wide receivers are a dime a dozen, and I can find some next year that are better than a 67. So when there's players that are better, I just won't put any points on them. I mean, even though I'm in the lead, you know, I'm still not going to worry about it. Preston Riley. I think what is he? I don't even, let's see. I don't know. Maybe a receiver. He looks like a receiver. He doesn't have good coverage. He doesn't have good tackle, so he's another receiver, just like Derek White. And like I said, there's other receivers there. There's a tackle here, but he's really not all that great either, and not someone that I want to waste points on when there's other people that I want to put points on. David Hopkins is not bad, but I have Franklin, Simmons, and Johnson that are both, for sure, defensive linemen because of their strength and stuff. And they could possibly be offensive linemen. I don't know why an athlete can't be an offensive lineman. I don't know why his blocking stuff isn't in here. It's stupid. Somebody that made the game's a knucklehead. But so I'm going to divvy up the points just like this. Reggie Temple. Now, reason being I don't want to show, I didn't show him earlier, and why I blacked everything out is because he's a 77. He's got great speed. He's got great acceleration. He's a quarterback. His throwing and stuff is really great too. You know, he's jumping. You know, he's a great quarterback. He's 6'6". And, you know, me and Merck over at USC were both kind of battling out to get this guy. So I'm going to try to get him because he fits my program and his carrying's pretty good too. And so what I can do is I can redshirt him for a year. You know, and his speed is going to be, if I redshirt him, his speed will be a 98 by the time he's a senior. And some of the other stuff will go up too. But, you know, he fits my program. I'll redshirt him next year if I get him and run with Dax and JW. and then I'll be set for a quarterback for the next 4 years and won't need any. Caleb Johnson. He's a guy that I found, and he is either a receiver or a safety. His man coverage is not where I want it to be, but his play recognition is great and his zone's great, so that's why I put points on him. And here's the lead on him between me, Chef, and Florida State. I don't know, you know, Chef said he already did his. And we don't talk about it or anything like that because we both probably want this guy just as bad as the other one. He's either sad in his head right now watching this, or he's doing cartwheels and he's happy about it. One of the two. Now Rodney Jones, I put points on him because when I found him, he's got great speed. He's a really good receiver, except for his catching. His catching sucks. But hopefully, if I like redshirt him, you know, the catching will be better. So I guess you can teach somebody to catch a football, but as far as speed and all that stuff, you can't make somebody faster. So this is where the points are set at. We'll see after the advance how this turned out. So hopefully for the best, because I could use some of these players along with the guys that I already got. So if I get Ratliff, Randolph, Temple, Johnson, and Jones, I'll consider that a win as far as my recruiting class goes for this year. But we'll when the advance on signing day, we'll come back. I'll show you. We'll see if this little experiment panned out. All right. So after the advance, let's go take a look at who we got. Probably gonna be a bunch of guys that I don't want. Okay, let me see. Who was it? Was it Luke and Reggie? I know Reggie Temple is at quarterback, and I put 5,000 points and lost by 12,000. That makes all kinds of sense. And I know that USC was ahead of me by about 500, so I don't know what he put on there. Did I get anybody that I put points on? I got Caleb Johnson. But anyways, I guess that deal doesn't work. I don't know how in the hell Florida beat out me and USC for this guy. Unless he put all the points on there, but I can't remember how far they were behind. But I don't even think they offered a scholarship or anything. How in the hell does that work? I know they didn't offer a scholarship to this guy, but I got beat by 1,100. So the guy would rather go to a school where he would potentially have to walk on than a school that he's already got a scholarship for. That's great coding for the game. But anyway, so here's the recruits. I can't look at their stats, so I can't really break them down. But I'm gonna look at the other video real quick. Okay, so Luke Randolph was the guy that I did not put any points on because I had him ordered at the top because it was Randolph. And then it was Ratliff, Randolph, and then Temple was the order up here. So I put them in order so I would remember, but somehow it rearranged all my recruits for me. I don't know why this guy's up here now. I guess because he's not committed to any school. So I guess it's Ratliff, Randolph, Temple's right here. So this was the guy here, Luke Randolph. I didn't put any points on him. It was me in Florida. I was 1,100 points ahead of them, and then I lost by 1,100 points. So I guess that deal about the scholarship thing does not work. Caleb Johnson was a guy that I ended up putting some points on, I think, and so I ended up getting him. I was 500 points ahead of Northwestern for him and ended up winning by 3. But I think I put 2,500 points on him, if I remember right. Okay, so Reggie Temple. He was the quarterback. Here's what this was. Okay. USC was ahead of me by 590 points. Now, Florida was behind me by 8,500 points. So, I put 5,000 points on him. So, I'm not really sure how I didn't get him. Now, I'd be interested to know what how many points he put on him. Because that doesn't seem... I think we might have gotten cheated by the computer. I don't even know if Florida offered him a scholarship. They might have. Yes, Florida did, but here's the deal. Florida was locked out. It was between me and USC. That's why I only put 5,000, so the computer got to school after they was locked out. All right, so after I recorded the video, I went back and done a little bit of math on this. And for Florida to beat me by 12,000 points, they would effectively had to put around 21,000 points to beat me on him. And then they would have had to put an additional 2,000 to beat me on the Randolph guy. I did contact Merck. He said he put like 4,000 on there. He said he thought he did. And I put 5,000, so we got screwed. I'm not sure how Well Muschamp got that recruit like that. All I know is I'm pretty sure the computer screwed us. Yeah, I just wanted to go over that and see what that, how that little experiment we did ran. Apparently, it doesn't work very good, and even if a school's locked out, they can still go get him somehow in the off season, where there's not the, you know, unlock a locked recruit. But that's going to do it for this episode. I don't think there's going to be any videos coming out until week 1. So whenever that gets here, we'll see you guys at the game. Thanks for watching.